I love to bring you the best, but I think it's also important to bring you some of the worst so you can avoid them. Hi guys and welcome to the channel. If this is your first time to the channel, we're talking about credit cards, points, finances, and travel. If this is something that interests you, please like this video, subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Guys, I'm always looking to get some of the best deals out there for you. I'm always in the lookout, and you know how I like to put numbers because numbers never lie. There are some credit cards that are really bizarre, and this is one of them. At this point, we've reviewed in this channel probably a few dozens of credit cards from all kinds of categories: cashback, reward cards, hotel, airline credit cards, but this one tops them all, really. And of course, I'm talking about the Wells Fargo Hotels.com credit card. Hotels.com is a website that you can go and book basically a bunch of hotels. According to Wikipedia, they have over 325,000. 325,000. Now, of course, they're not in a chain, they're independent hotels. But still, 325,000 is way more even from the largest hotel chain, Marriott, which is just under 8,000. Before we go to the numbers though, let's start with everything that I found good with this credit card. There's no way you cannot find something on Hotels.com. The credit card itself is a legit credit card. It has all the protections, the liability protections. It has cell phone insurance. It has travel cancellation and delays, car rental insurance. I mean, they are legit credit card. There's no doubt about it. But that's where it stops. Let's go to the presentation and come back to wrap it up. But before we go any further, guys, the algorithm is brutal. Please like, subscribe. Now, I put the numbers all together, and I didn't even put it next to other credit cards as we typically do in this channel. We will see why. The first year, we see that there's a sign-up bonus. There's 2 nights of $250 max value, $125 per night. So after spending $1,000 in 3 months, or you can do 3 nights, $375 maximum value after spending $4,000 in 6 months. There's no credits, there's no memberships, there's no lounge access. The multipliers is a big question mark because really they don't say anything about multipliers. Nothing. All they say is that every $500 you spend, you're gonna get 1 stamp. Okay, that is the weirdest thing ever. Okay, so what's the deal with the stamps? The deal with the stamps is that you need 10 in order to get the 1 night free every time. So you need $5,000 spent to get 1 night free. Now you might be thinking some other deals like from the City Chase credit cards that they give you free night up to $200 or $300 or whatever. That's not the case. That's $110 value per night. So you're gonna spend $5,000 to get $110, and if you don't get that, that means that you get 0 nights. So if you have $4,500 or $4,900, you're not gonna get a night free. That is ridiculous. As we always do, I'm just trying to hit the minimum spend here. And with $1,000, we're not gonna get any for our spending, 0 value. So we're just gonna get that $250 sign-up bonus. So yeah, $250, 2 nights. Even with the $4,000 spend in 6 months, we're not gonna get a free night. So still, we have 0. And it's $375, so that's all we can get. And the return on spend for the first option of 2 nights is 25%. And for the second option, for the 3 nights after spending $4,000 in 6 months, it's only 9%. Now, when we move to the second year, there's no sign-up bonus, so we have to do all our spending here. As always, we have our imaginary budget of $12,000 equally spread between travel, restaurants, gas, and groceries. But with this credit card, it doesn't really matter because there's no real multipliers. All they say is that just spend $500 to get a stamp. And with $12,000, guess what? You're gonna get basically 2 nights free because that's $5,000, one stamp, another $5,000, two stamps, and then the other $2,000 is not gonna give you anything. So you're gonna have to wait until you hit another $3,000 to get another stamp. Yeah, I got confused with the stamps. So basically, from the $12,000 of spend, you're only gonna use the 10,000 of them. The two is practically a waste if you don't hit the 15,000 mark. So you're only gonna get 2% back. Now, this is a zero annual fee credit card, and 2% is something we see very often. But lately, we've seen that there's a lot of 3% credit cards with zero annual fee. Chase Freedom, Chase Unlimited. There's a bunch of American Express credit cards. The Blue Cash is one of them. And if I don't have any commitment with a specific hotel chain, why would I use this credit card and not use something that gives me flexibility? If all I get is 2% and I have to use it on Hotel.com, why don't I use something like the Chase ecosystem or American Express, even cashback credit cards that give you 3%, and use that to just pay the hotel? There's also the option to transfer those points on the other ecosystems, while here it's just for Hotels.com. So this is a plain 2%, and there's other credit cards that will give you at least 3% with zero annual fee. And as I always say, there's a trend. The higher you go to the ladder of credit cards, the more value you get. And you can get something like the Chase Sapphire Reserve, combine it with the Freedom Flex and the Freedom Unlimited, and then you're going to get at least 4.5 to 5% return on spend. And that's the bare minimum. That's the bare minimum. And on top of that, as we always say, travel is about experience, and with something like the Reserve, you're also gonna get the TSA Pre, Global Entry, you're gonna get the Priority Pass, so you're gonna get lounge access. I mean, travel is also an experience. Just to see here, I wanted to compare them with what we did in the previous video about Chase Hotel credit cards, and I want you to see where this credit card stands. We said that for the first year, the best case scenario was to spend $1,000. We're going to get $250 practically with the 2 nights. That's 25%. So that will put it on the third position here. The first would still be the IHG, the second the Marriott Bonvoy, the third would be the Hotel.com credit card, and the fourth would be the World of Hyatt. But on the second year, we're looking at the worst case scenario, the Marriott Bonvoy is 3%. At the very worst case scenario, many of you get much more than this. This is based on my experience. So the Marriott Bonvoy would be at least 4 or 5% for most of you. I say 3%, but the other one is 2%. The Hotel.com is 2%. And when you compare it with something like the World of Hyatt or the IHG Premier, there's no comparison. And yes, I understand these are annual fee credit cards, but yeah, if you're to do all that spending, $5,000 every year just to get $110 for Hotel.com, there's much better places to do it. I understand many people are getting anxiety from getting too many credit cards, but $5,000 is 1 or 2 sign-up bonuses that would give you $600 to $1,200 right now. So yeah, there's much better ways to do your spending, and even if you did want to get one credit card, there's much better options. You can go with the Freedom Flex, Freedom Unlimited, and at this point they offer 5x on gas, and then 3% on restaurants. That's for both, and then on top of that, you get 1.5 on everything with the Unlimited and 5% rotating categories with the Freedom Flex. You're going to get a whole lot better value, and then you can use that to cover your bills, pay the credit card statement, and you're going to get, at the very minimum, 3 to 4%. My personal experience in general with Wells Fargo is that they're very sterile. It looks to me that they're more concerned about opening fake accounts than really doing something about their customers. And that's why we don't talk about Wells Fargo a lot in this channel. Last time we said something was with a Build credit card. And yeah, I mean, I know there's another one coming. I've seen it floating around, the 3% credit card. On all honesty, that doesn't give me any excitement. As I mentioned before, There's a bunch of 3% credit cards right now in the market that offer points that you can also transfer, and that's much more exciting than just get a 3% plain Wells Fargo credit card that's practically useless, at least for me. Let me know what you guys think. How do you like this credit card? If you have it, leave the comments below. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, ciao.